tonight at Oswego Speedway. On the pole for the first heat race after being inverted from their times. Driver the number 41, a three-time Mr. Online Supermodified, and your defending Mr. Online Supermodified. Keith, put one on your pile, and the icing's on top, Mayfield Missile. Outside row number 1, his teammate from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, driving the Exide battery. Singular Cellular, number 55, it's Steady Steve Callahan. Steady Steve, outside row 1. Inside row number 2. You want to talk about a stacked heat race. Your reigning Supers non-wing Goldcrest champion, a two-time Mr. Online Supermodified from Pulaski, New York. In the first to finish race service number 35, it's Rocket Rob Warren. Warren in the 35 starts third. And rounding out the field in the first heat race, driving the X car from Mexico, New York, sponsored by Han Welding Supply. It's none other than the X-Man, Derek Backus. Backus! Excuse me. We just talked to Derek. How about Chad Phelps? We'll say Chad Phelps is driving the X. I don't know. Last night, he may have wished it was switched around, though. We'll see how he does tonight. Chad Phelps coming in late. Going to start scratch on the field. It's time to go heat racing. 10 laps on tap. Top two drivers will get their time back. Top two drivers will get their time back. This is going to be one whale of a heat race as these drivers try to fight to get into the top two positions. Powell and his teammate Callahan on the front row. Then it's Warren and Phelps. New York in row 2, Ohio drivers in row 1. In the 41 did not time trial well. That's going to hurt his points chances for the Mr. Online Supermodified. But all dependent on how things go for Rob Warren in the feature. Green flag's out. Warren is right on the tail of... Oh, here comes Phelps. He dives down low. Callahan hung to the high side. Buries it into turn 3, gets into the back end of Callahan. Callahan goes around. That'll be a complete restart. Both drivers. That will be a complete restart for this heat race event. As trouble for Phelps. Phelps gets into the back end. Looks like he slid the car and then got into the back end of the 55. So that'll be a complete restart. Both those drivers getting charged with an incident. 2 incidents, third strike, you're out of the race. And that includes the heat races and the features here at SUPRS. Hey, while we're getting ready to go again for the restart, let's tell you a little bit more about who we are. The Supermodified Ultimate Pavement Racing Series started in 2004 as a way to bring about awareness to the real Supermodified division. And you can learn more about SUPRS when you go to supers.net, click into the site, and click the About tab. Using the online Supermodified rFactor platform as well as NASCAR Heat throughout the season. And we use that to raise money for injured Supermodified drivers. Well, we're lined back up. And they're rolling through turn 3. Let's see if it gets any better for them here now. As they're nose to tail last time. And it's the same this time. Inside row goes. Callahan clips the right rear of Warren. He's going to try to work it down. Now he gets a good run out of 2. But here comes Phelps again. Let's see if they can get through turn 3 this time. And they do. Phelps looks low as Powell shoots down the front stretch lead lap number 1. Phelps again gets into the back end of the 55. He's going to drop back now. Up front, it's Keith Powell in the number 41 Icing's on Top machine. Sponsored by his wife, making some beautiful cakes. Doing a lot of great artwork. Some of those awards given away for the SUPRS drivers. Boy, Chad Phelps struggling at the back of the pack. Let's stroll up through. Let's see what's going on up front. Meanwhile, not struggling is Keith Powell. He's got a good heat race set up in that car right now. Warren content to set second. He knows that the top two are going to get their time back, be eligible for the inversion. Fastest lap so far set in by Powell, a 16.288. So Keith Powell, he's crossing the stripe this time by, it's 5 in, 5 to go. We're halfway home now in this 10-lap heat race here at Oswego Speedway, the home of the Supermodifieds. Learn more about this racetrack, go to OswegoSpeedway.com. If you want to learn more about real Supermodified racing, you can go to SUPRS.net. And again, click the About tab, and in the drop-down, select Supermodified 101. Tell you all about these radically offset, open-wheel, pavement, short-track race cars. No two are alike. 3 laps to go now in heat race number 1. It's still Powell, Warren, Callahan, and Phelps. Callahan back about a half a straightaway. And then Phelps back quite some distance as he's struggling out there in the X machine. Chad Phelps back 5 seconds from your leader, Keith Powell. White flag out this time by for Keith. Put one on you, Powell. He's working to hang on and hold Rob Warren at bay right now. Not only for championship points, as Powell is only about 70 points back from first, but in the Mr. Online Super Modified competition, he wants to do as well as he can. He comes home with the heat race win. Rob Warren in second. They'll get their times back for the feature inversion. Callahan and Phelps after that. A good run for Keith. Put one on you.